Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Chip Rogers, Chief Partner Officer at WorkSpan, and we're here Tuesday afternoon on the expo floor, and it's been a ton of great sessions, a lot of good keynotes, and have you heard anything that was interesting for you? Anything that was like keynotes, have you gone to some of the lightning talk kinds of things? Or
I did. It was very, very interesting. It's a top-notch event. I didn't expect it. It's the first time for me, but everything like I heard, it's like truly adding value to the world of partnerships. We're engaging regarding a lot of problems, and everyone seems to struggle with the same thing. Some of them are a little bit more far, like advanced in terms of solutions, and they're learning from each other. So I absolutely love it, and if I would recommend anyone to join any event within the next year, Catalyst is going to be the thing. In my network, everyone will hear about it because I believe this is the next event for partner leaders, but also partner leaders who want to step up in management or become better in their job, to be here.
Yeah, that's really true. And it's been fantastic. I mean, 700 people, and it's just grown so much from last year.
Absolutely.
So much bigger, and such great content for really professional development. And how do you become a chief partner officer, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I am so excited. Here we are talking. I am so excited to be joined by Irina Kurdanowa, and Irina is with Spryker, and she's global senior director of solution partners, basically the system integrator partners for Spryker. Irina and I met with Asher in Berlin when we were on our European tour, and we convinced you to come over and come to Catalyst. So Irina, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So love to talk a little bit about the partner strategy at Spryker, and you're focused on the system integrators, but I know Spryker has a lot of different kinds of partners. How do partners fit into the strategy for the go-to-market strategy for Spryker?
Mm-hmm. Shall I take that one? Okay, you will hold it. Okay, so I joined Spryker almost 6 years ago, and at that time we were pretty small. Of course, it was more a startup. We were really much based only in Germany, and I was a partner individual myself, right? So I was a contributor, and while doing that, my background is sales. I saw my passion for collaboration, working with partners, right? And I easily find my way how to build a pipeline through the partnerships, and then things started to develop, and coincidentally, I took over the team, right? And at some point, we decided to grow internationally, and of course, that was also requesting from my side to hire a global team, find global partners, and turn really much the company into a partner organization. And that was really a challenge, because I remember exactly the time. We didn't have much revenue contribution from partners at that time. We didn't have a PRM. We didn't have a real partnership program. And by taking over this team, I felt accountable to set this all up. So during the last years, 4 years in total, being a leader of this department, I was able to grow partner source revenue, but we actually over the years also established a lot of metrics, right? So metrics, how do we measure our partners?
That's great.
Exactly, what is success measured on? Partner source revenue is just one component, right? So when you're building an ecosystem, you also need to measure the component of influence revenue. So revenue which you're giving directly to your partners, right? How much likeliness can you win, right? So that's another KPI which we are currently really strong at. Who are the partners we need to put into the deals which our direct team is engaging? And then the third component which we are actually working with is the success of the delivery of the project. So we have an own enablement team, right? So we developed that over the years. There's teaching, not only winning the customer, but also delivering it successful, right? Delivering the project to success on time, in budget, right? And also keeping the customer happy. So these are the three metrics how we actually measure our partners. We do have another metric, which is of course our technology development. That's what we also use our partners for. And that over the years made us turn Spryker being a partner-first organization. And what I can tell, and I'm very proud of this because it hasn't been that way like years ago, is that 98% of our entire business, if we go for net new revenue, is delivered through partners, right? And this was the
98%?
98%. This was the most important thing for me. So we kind of narrowed down our entire services. We focus our services completely on product development while leveraging also the resources of the partners. But on the other hand, every project we win, new customer, existing customers, is with the partner, right? So there is no incentive to add services, only for a little bit of support, but we have no capacity and no interest to become a system integrator ourselves, which truly provides the value in order to shape the market of composable commerce, but also giving business back as well as returning from the partners and like entering the market together. So it's a true team play. And I think this is also another factor which I have learned during the last, actually now almost 2 days, is we don't have a competitive positioning between our sales and our partnership team, because at some point we realized rather than having these two streams separated, we decided to go for one global target and just serve the best for the company. So the partnership team and the sales team are working hand in hand, right, in a real deal team in order to accomplish the customer, rather than fighting, hey, this is my customer, or this is the customer which was generated by the partner. This is not how you're going to be successful when you're scaling up an organization that is entering the market as an underdog.
That's amazing. So it's so great that you've aligned both the partner teams and the sales teams so that everyone's there isn't that sort of internal tension.
Yeah, true. It was a very big thing because it hasn't been that way in the beginning, but we saw a lot of challenges, and then we realized our sales teams are the professional when it comes to selling to the customer, building customer engagement, working also with the partner, like with the sales manager on the partner side, how can we win together, while the partnership team is managing the overall relationship, building a go-to-market strategy, building like proper business plans, and thinking about new ideas. What can we do extra? Like, what does it take to win? And if we have something that works really well, let's double down on it.
Yeah. It's awesome. So, Irina, love to talk. One of the things we thought it would be interesting is I'd love to hear how Spryker and the partner teams, specifically, are showing value back to the organization. I think you already talked some of it about about measurement and gosh, if you're delivering that such a high percentage of revenue, then partners are critical.
So I think a lot of the value is down to data, right? So what we have encountered over the years, and I backdated it, of course, based on the metrics we have in the background, is, for example, how much does it cost to create an opportunity from like end to end, right? So you're not having a partner involved, you have a marketing team, like the marketing team needs at least 10 touches with the customer to create like a real proper MQL, then a BDR is following up, right? Then a sales is following up, then you have a demo team working on it, right? So you have so many multiple components, and that all, like the time and the resources you need to put on it, is money and time, right? So if you compare it with something which you generate through partners or actually leveraging through partners, of course, the numbers are way lower. So the customer acquisition cost is one big component, which has showed that going through partners, working with partners, is of course adding a lot of value. I think another factor is, of course, the scalability, right? You will never have such a big sales organization yourself compared if you work with the really well-committed partners, right? So because you can leverage their sales power into markets where you maybe have no visibility, right? I was just today talking with a leader from the Middle East, and he clearly said, like, you will never understand, because you're coming from Europe, right, or anywhere else in the world, you will never understand the culture, but your partners do, right? So So entering the market through cultural like understanding with a partner who is local, right, creating that trust amongst the customer is another factor of value. And I think what really, really helped us over the time is the winning probability, right? So my biggest learning is if you enter with a partner into an opportunity, right, or you get it from a partner, the chances you're going to win this deal together
Right.
is, and I'm not making up numbers here, it's 4 times higher, right, compared if you would do it alone. There is also a saying, and I don't know, like I was just recently talking about, if you want to go fast, go alone, right? But if you want to go far, you're gonna have a partner behind you, and that's truly like what it is about. And that's why partnerships are becoming the key figure right now when it comes to efficiency, right, and be successful in the market.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Irina, thank you so much for sharing some time with us, this afternoon. I really appreciate it, and it's been a great event. I'm glad you were able to make it over and take in all this incredible meeting with a lot of partner folks. So thank you.
Thank you, Chip. I'm very happy to be here, and I see you next year. Bye bye.
Okay. Thanks, Irina, and thank you all for joining, and see you next time.